What's good, YouTube? It's your boy K-Flex and I'm back here with yet another video, and today we're going to talk about Kenny Golladay and why we should not get him, okay? So, this is going to be an interesting, fun video. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Shout out to people who liked the video before they even heard this sentence. Now, let's get into the video. Now, I am running off of 2 hours of sleep in the last, 30-something hours. I don't know. It's been a lot of hours since I slept. So usually I'm already hard to understand for a lot of people. So this video I might even be more hard to understand. So I'm gonna try to talk a little slower. Now, we're here to talk about Kenny Golladay. The reason why I've been up is because I am leaving out of town on Friday. I'm going to Texas. I will not be home. I'm not even going to be home during the whole free agency. So I'm going to have to make videos off my phone. I'm just warning y'all that right now. But I'm gonna try to get somebody to make me thumbnails and stuff, so I am gonna have thumbnails and whatnot. If somebody watching the video make thumbnails, let me know. But whatever, without further ado, we ain't gonna talk too much. We're gonna get into the video. Kenny Golladay and why we should not get him, okay? I got 2 main reasons. I got really 3 reasons, but I got 2, main reasons. But let's just get into it. Simply putting out, I just want y'all to close your eyes really quickly. You don't really gotta close your eyes, but just imagine what I'm saying right now, okay? Picture this. A wide receiver, a big, physical, tall, strong wide receiver, right? Had an injury concerns last year, right? But he's big, tall, and physical. Is not the best at creating separation. Cannot create separation. But he can go up there and catch jump balls. Just picture this kind of receiver right now. He goes up there, he makes fantastic, spectacular catches. Beautiful catches. He's just not that great at creating separation. Had some injuries in the past, and is a pretty good wide receiver when he's on the field. Okay, so I just described the wide receiver to y'all. Now y'all let me know what wide receiver I just described. You know who I was thinking of when I was saying that? I was thinking about Devontae Parker. I was talking about Kenny Golladay. And see, that right there is the #1 reason why we cannot, that's the main problem with Kenny Golladay, is he is just a carbon copy of Devontae Parker, who we already complained about, okay? Obviously, Kenny Golladay is a little more durable, but at the end of the day, well, maybe he's a lot more durable. Kenny Golladay only really had 1 serious injury. Devontae Parker get injured every season, but maybe Kenny Golladay is more durable. He's a more durable Devontae Parker. He has the same skill set, and even Devontae Parker is better at creating separation than he is. Not to mention, you could have also thought I was talking about Preston Williams, who, if you go back and listen to my description that I just did, is the exact same way. He got hurt last season, goes and specializes in jump balls, doesn't create the most separation. These are the same players. So you want to go at another physical, tall wide receiver that can't create separation? And the last people that should want Golladay are the ones that was complaining every week about how the wide receivers aren't getting open. You shouldn't be then now telling me, oh my God, let's go pay Golladay. Are you serious? I hope that, so I'm just gonna assume, that they're not the same people that are saying, hey, let's go get Golladay, are the same people that was telling me none of our receivers can get open, Flex. This is why Tua's sucking. Bro, I hope y'all the same people, because Golladay is literally the worst. Okay, this is not like me just saying, oh, he's the worst, but he's really the second worst. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Golladay is the NFL's worst wide receiver at getting separation on routes. Bruh. The worst. Why would you? Isn't this our main concern last year, was that our receivers wasn't getting open? Our main concern wasn't our receivers weren't catching 50-50 balls. That wasn't the thing. Our main concern was we didn't have a receiver that could go up and catch the ball. And by the way, guys, I'm not saying Golladay's not an excellent player. He's a spectacular, wonderful, incredible player. I'm not saying he's not better than Devontae Parker. I'm just saying he's not needed, and he's going to cost you a lot of money, which we're about to get into, which is my second point. Okay, but anyways, the worst at creating separation, and we was just complaining about how we're not creating any separation. And if you watch Golladay's highlight tapes, you look at him play football, bro, he looks amazing. He looks fantastic. He looks like somebody you want on your team. And I think he'll be great on a lot of teams. I just feel like with the way our team is currently constructed, we are a team that just does not need him. I'm sure there's a lot of plethora of teams that could use Golladay. I'm sure he's going to ball out on whatever team he goes to. But the Miami Dolphins, I couldn't think of a worse fit in free agency right now than Kenny Golladay on our team. I couldn't think of a less of a need than a Kenny Golladay type receiver. It's just none, okay? And then you're going to have to pay him a lot of money. So we'll get to that in a second, but I'm just talking about right now his route running. The worst, right? And this was for no fluke, ladies and gentlemen, because in 2019 he was also last. So this was articles written November 13th in 2020 where he had the worst separation. In 2019 he also had the worst separation. So this is not like it was a 1 year thing where his separation was f***ed up this year. No, he goes up and he goes and catches the ball. He's physical. He's strong. Maybe he's even better than Devontae Parker at catching 50-50 balls. That's fine. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying that it's just so unnecessary to get him, and he doesn't create any separation. And we're just going to have another situation where Tua's going to have to throw in these tight windows over every single play because all of our receivers are blanket, okay? Tua's going to have 13 seconds in the pocket waiting for these guys to get open. I'm telling you the truth. It's the facts, okay? So yes, Kenny Golladay is just not the move, okay? Simply put, he's just not the move. He's just too similar to everybody else. And I just want to make sure I keep on reiterating that this is not me saying that Kenny Golladay is terrible. Because I know when Kenny Golladay goes and scores 13 touchdowns with the Vikings next year. Well, no, he's not going to go to the Vikings. They got receivers. What's the team that might need him? I don't know. The Bears? I don't know. Whatever team he goes to next year and he scores 11 touchdowns, 1,300 yards, and people are on my comment section saying, oh my goodness, Flex, you didn't want him. Listen, nobody's saying he's not good. I'm just saying I couldn't think of a more unnecessary purchase than damn Kenny Golladay. I just couldn't. I couldn't, honestly. With the way our team is currently constructed, if we had AB and we had Jarvis Landry and we had no receiver that's really going up there and getting it that's really tall, okay, I understand it. But we already have situations where I don't know who to throw it to in the red zone. Like right now, let me know in the comments, who do you guys say that if we're at the 10-yard line and we're throwing a back shoulder fade, who do you guys say that we need to throw it to? Because we already got Mike Gesicki, we already got Preston, and we already got Devontae Parker. Now we got Kenny Golladay in that mix. Now what? What are you going to? Okay, whatever. I'm off the subject. We shouldn't get him for that. That is the main reason, is that we already have multiple receivers. How many 6'4", 6'3", big receivers do you need? They don't create. Like, how many do you need? You feel me? That's just not that's not a recipe for success. Okay. At least in my opinion, okay? Now, let's get into the second factor, the money situation. Now, Kenny Golladay turned down $18 million from the Lions. That's a lot of money. That's top 10 pay wide receiver numbers. That's like almost top 5, I think. I want to say, but it's top 6, top 7 wide receiver numbers. That's $18 million, okay? Million. So I'm like, at first I'm thinking like, oh my God, he wants more than $18 million, but I was brought to my attention that maybe he just don't want to play for the Lions. You feel me? That is not a thing of that wasn't enough money for him. It's just he didn't want to play for the Lions. But I'll tell you one thing. He's not going to take that much less than $18 million. If he was offered $18 million, even if he's leaving the Lions now, he's going to still want 17, 19. He's still going to want near the $18 million that the Lions was going to give him because he knows his worth. So you want to pay $18 million. By the way, Devontae Parker's making what, 11? Preston Williams on a rookie contract. You want to pay a wide receiver with the same skill set, and maybe he does it better. I'm not saying that Preston Williams is equal to Kenny Golladay. I'm just telling you, you want to pay a wide receiver that much money that has the same skill set as the other two that you have. Physical jump ball. Like, it's just, in no degree, in no sense. Like, you can't really even talk me into a situation where this makes sense unless we trade Devontae Parker. Then I'm okay. Go sign Kenny Golladay. Even though I would prefer not to even do that. But I'm saying that's the only way it even halfway, even this much makes sense, right? It only makes a little bit of sense is if we trade Devontae Parker, right? Because what is the lineup going to be? Is it going to be? Is Preston just out the rotation? Maybe we gave up on Preston. Maybe he's out the rotation. That could be a lineup, but there's no way all three of them can be on the field at the same. It's literally impossible. Like Gesicki, Kenny Golladay, Devontae Parker, and Preston Williams are all four going to be on the field at the same time. It's impossible. They're just never getting, like, they're just all never getting open. Okay, that's just the facts. Obviously they're going to get open sometime, but they just all struggle with the same thing. Okay, teams are going to be running man coverage and daring us to throw it in those tight windows that we're going to have to throw it into. Okay, all right. So back to the money situation. Yeah, I just don't think that. First of all, I'm under almost the impression that no wide receiver is worth a whole bunch of money, big money. I'm almost under that impression. Because you know why? Because all the great wide receivers I've seen in my lifetime, and I can only speak for my lifetime. We're not talking about the Lynn Swans of the world. I'm talking about my lifetime, okay? I know somebody in the comment section is gonna say, "Well, you wasn't around when somebody gonna say, let me tell you about Lynn Swan or Jerry Rice or Michael Irvin or something like that." Like, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in my lifetime. Think about some of the best. I'm 24. Think about some of the best receivers that I've seen in my life. I can name them right now: Larry Fitzgerald, Antonio Brown, Julio Jones, Calvin Johnson's. Who else? Randy Moss. And then we start counting the rings. The only one that got one is Antonio Brown, and that wasn't, he wasn't making top money. He just got one this year, and he was making $2 million this year. I don't know. He's making some very low amount. He's arguably not even the best receiver. He's not the best receiver on his team. So I said that to say, these big money wide receivers are not winning Super Bowls. They're not the key to Super Bowl. The last team that paid a wide receiver like top money that actually won the Super Bowl was like the Seahawks, way back when they gave Sidney Rice a bunch of money. And by the way, Sidney Rice didn't even play this season. He tore his ACL the season they won the Super Bowl and missed the whole season and missed the Super Bowl. So he wasn't even the reason. Again, paying these wide receivers top money has proven to be a success to no team. Now, Mike Evans and them, they do make good money. Mike Evans definitely makes good money. But they also got a lot more stuff on that team. They got a good defense and everything. I'm just saying, for the most part, all right, if you want to use the Mike Evans as an example to say that high-paid wide receivers do win championships, then you can use that. But for the most part, it just does not happen. Tyreek Hill makes good money now, but you got to think Tyreek Hill also has Patrick Mahomes throwing him the ball. And Tyreek Hill is a different type of receiver than Kenny Golladay. Do we have to question, can Tyreek Hill get open? No, you can literally not leave Tyreek Hill one-on-one. It's crazy. He's actually a revolutionary talent, okay? So, yes, if Kenny Golladay was a revolutionary talent that we've never ever seen before in the NFL history, like Tyreek Hill was, then maybe I wouldn't have a problem with paying him that much money. But unfortunately, he's not. So, yes, I have a problem with paying him that much money. Okay? That's pretty much my video on Kenny Golladay. It might sound like I hate him. Like, low-key, like, thinking back on everything I said about Kenny Golladay, it low-key sounds like I just hate the guy. I don't. I think he's a fantastic receiver. I'm just saying he's a poor fit for us, okay? Get in the comments section, let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Road to 11K. Okay, flexing.